everybody, welcome to Around the Twist, episode 357. I know, you're saying, wait Karen, there's no episode 356. There is, however, something happened to it, so I recorded episode 356 2 weeks ago. I kept meaning to post it. It obviously did not get posted. I don't know what happened. It's gone. It went poof. So episode 357, and you get a double dose. So I'm sorry for the long hiatus, because it is now, I had to check the date, March 10th, 2019. I'm wearing my awesome Sailor Moon shirt that my friend Sarah got for me. Very excited. That's like my one happy spot of today. Just so you guys know that it's, let's just say parenting has not gone well today on all fronts, even with hubby being home this weekend. It's, yeah. They're not three-nagers anymore. So what is it when they're 5 and they're being little jerks? What is that? What's that called? Because right now that's where we're at. We're getting to the stage of lying and not eating, but saying you did eat, and when things are put all together and nice, like in the spare bedroom, taking them all apart when you come downstairs to play unsupervised. Unplugging, like playing with the power outlets, like unplugging things. Thank God they didn't stick anything into them, but when did my sweet little babies turn into jerks? Because they're kind of being jerks. Anyway, so, you didn't come here to hear me complain about my parenting issues. First thing, you came for the crafting, right? So what I have on my needles, this is something, it's going to be, I'm going to call this both what's on my needles and also an FO, because you won't see it after this week because it is a gift. So these are mitts for, that were promised during Secret Santa gift exchange at my work for our dietitian. It is something you've seen me make before years and years ago. These are for our registered dietitian. Her name is Megan. She's wonderful. She's also a huge Broadway fan nerd, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, she's awesome. So she said her favorite color was red, like Christmas red, blood red. So I found this wonderful skein of Tempted, hand-dyed. I don't think Stacy is dying anymore. It's her Feisty Girl base, which is her 100% superwash merino base, in the wonderful, that way, blue blood colorway. Now this, the variegation in it is gorgeous, but it's got to be some of the most perfect yarn. So I'm using this to make, these are the Cratchit garter mitts, like Bob Cratchit from A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. They make you feel like you're in a Dickens tale, like you're going to have some little street urchin walk up and say, please sir, may I have some more? But first one is done. This is, so Cratchit Garter Mitts by Susan Newhall. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. Like I said, I'm using the Tempted Feisty Girl. First one is obviously done since I'm wearing it. It's been done for a while, and I showed it the last time I recorded in the one that was eaten. And the second one is done, finite, knitting done, except for the 3-needle bind off. So I get to unzip the provisional cast on and do the 3-needle bind off, and then I'm going to wash these and take them to work tomorrow and give them to Megan. So it's only been, 3 months since I promised them to her. That's terrible. But I knit them up on a US 1, a 2.25 millimeter needle, and done. So I just need to sit down and do that bit. Hopefully, please, Lord, let the kids sleep for nap time. I haven't heard anything out of them in a while, but they were also pretty much threatened with everything I could threaten them with to get them to take a nap. It's basically a please for the love of God nap so mommy can get some stuff done. So those will be finished today. I started them, hang on, let me see, when did I start them? Since we're doing this as an FO of the week as well, get back over to my notebook projects. Sorry, trying to pull stuff up here. I started these February 4th. So I've only been working on them a little over a month. They've been promised for about 3 months. So yeah, I'm actually going to, I'm going to scooch you guys over so I can do this without ducking around the camera. We're going to edit. We are going to say finished today because they will be finished today. Finished. I will get a picture of Megan with her mitts when I give them to her tomorrow. Yay. Finished object! Since I haven't been knitting like at all. Anyway. Hopefully you guys have been getting a little more knitting done than I have because it has just been atrocious around here. That's the only thing I've been knitting on. I haven't crocheted on the stained glass blanket. I haven't touched anything else. For pokey things, I haven't touched this in about 2 weeks, but my red snowflake scrub top, the back is done, has the little, I got the neck binding put on. Went on nice and smooth. I kind of tweaked the pattern a little bit because it has you, oh, you need to slip stitch it in place. And I'm like, not gonna do that. Hand stitch and then top stitch? Heck no. So it's probably why the front collar on this looks so wonky is because I'm supposed to slip stitch it in place and I don't do that either. It would probably go smoother if I did, but the front is done as well. The pockets, right, the pockets are on. I just have to sew the front to the back and hem the sleeves in the bottom, which honestly, if I sat down, I could probably get everything done in about an hour if I was being generous. If I was really pushing myself, I might be able to get it done in half an hour, but it would be sloppy. So I'd say if I had an hour to work, I would be able to finish that top. Yeah, it's kind of out of season right now. Oh well. I'll make it and wear it once and then it'll go in the rotation for next winter. Whoops. Didn't get it done in February like I wanted to. The other pokey thing I've been working on is the We Do Geek cross stitch from Fangirl Stitches. So you can kind of see. I managed to finish like that whole top line. So the odds are ever in our, so here 42 is the answer to everything and the odds are ever in our favor. We have fun storming the castle, and I think the next line is we know who to beep when the apocalypse happens. Hello, Buffy. But because of where the placement is, so you can, let's see, you can see that little blue cross around here somewhere. That's the center of my fabric. So from here, I started with the We Have Fun Storming the Castle, and then I went up. I'm kind of out of space. I could probably do one more line before I'm running into where the Q-snap is, but I think I'm going to go down and finish filling in down here before I move the Q-snap and go up from there. And then I'll do the edging the whole way around. So the pattern is In This House We Do Geek from Fangirl Stitches over on Etsy. She has a bunch of different ones. I'm not changing any of the phrases on the whole thing because I love that they included Star Trek Voyager in it. I love that they're a little, like Star Trek Voyager is a little bit obscure even for Trekkies, or it's not the most beloved one, but it fits with this. I'm able to look through it, and it takes a couple of them. It took me a second. I went, oh, it's this thing. But I'm so excited to get it done and up in the house. Obviously, it's going to take a while because I'm 3 lines into something that's like I think it's like supposed to be like 15 inches tall and 11 wide or something like that. So it's going to be a while, but I'm enjoying it. My back stitching is still slow. I'm getting faster because, hello, practice helps. But yeah. That's it. That's everything I've been working on in the last, I guess, month. Hopefully I will be able to record more. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Let's double cross them. I'll be able to record next week. No promises because I'm going to, so moving into various and sundry. This next week is going to be the week from heck at work. My main cohort, my other home care RN, is gone on a family vacation out to Disneyland, and I can't begrudge her that because she booked it before our 3rd home care nurse left the job. So at least 2 days out of the week, I'm the only RN for home care. And we do have another part-time RN that's there, but she came from a different center where she's used to having an entire team of people to rely on, like LPNs and CNAs and PCW, personal care workers, PCWs. I don't know what that was, if you heard something fall. I don't know. But she's used to like farming stuff out, and she just goes out and does assessment. She doesn't go out and do the wound dressings and the injections and all of this stuff that we're used to doing because we don't have that kind of a crew at our center, because we're the small center for my company. So it's basically going to be me for this next week, and it's going to be a lot of hours. That yeah, so I might record next weekend. I might not, because I'll probably have nothing to show you, so Let's do upcoming projects. The very next thing that's going to be on my needles is riding around in this bag from my sister knits, because I had to stop there to get supplies. So one of our doctors in our clinic got this lovely pair of, don't shoot me for, I know Norwegian was my foreign language in college, but Swedish is not. So it's the Ojbro Vantfabrik Swedish mittens. Here's the, yeah, any Swedish viewers? You wanna, did I butcher it? It's kind of also hard to read in the cursive. So, this is the doctor who also owns Watson, who we puppy sat for over Thanksgiving and then over the New Year. I just say Watson still has some puppy in him, and the thumb, yeah, that's destroyed. These are like super warm mittens. They are rather expensive. I looked them up, and he's like, whatever you can do so my skin is not exposed to the cold. Yeah. So, obviously, because Watson has a taste for fine wool, I am going to have to do some hand sewing to close up the lining there. The plan is to pick up around, well, pretty much as low around where the destruction ends, like under where the destruction ends. I'll take this whole back bit off because there's no way I can save anything there, because it's just going to be short little chunks of yarn. And I will knit a whole new thumb, is the plan. So I took this over to my sister knits and said, I need something that matches either the light gray, the dark charcoal gray black, or that taupe. The doctor doesn't care as long as it's enclosed. So one of the very nice ladies helped me, and we went around the shop and we found some loft that is actually very close, and they were nice enough to wind it for me so I can get right on it and not have to worry about winding. It's slightly different colored, but honestly, in the grand scheme of things, he just better be grateful that I'm doing this for him. And hey, he is offering to pay me to do it. So he's going to pay me for the yarn, he's going to pay me to fix it. Yay! And then, because I didn't have a set yet, I also bought myself a set of the Addi Flexi Flips. So these are the newest sock needles from Addi. Get them open here. They're almost like little double points, a set of 3 that have a little itty bitty bendy cord in the middle. One end is like the Addi lace needles. It's much pointier. There we go. The other end is like the regular Addi turbos and is a bit blunter. So here, hang on. Let's flip these around. So this one is your regular Addi turbo, and this one is your Addi lace. Ugh, itchy nose. Someone's thinking about me. Who is it? So I'm going to attempt to use these on the mitten, unless I put some socks on them before then, because I kind of want to use them. I got a 2.25 millimeter. You saw that on the tag. We're going to give them a go. See how it goes. try it. We'll see what I'm able to accomplish on this thumb. So you might not see those either, but I'll try to take a picture before I hand them back. And yeah, also, I just, when I set that in my room the other day from stopping to get them, to get the yarn to match and work on it, I realized I never showed you guys some purchases I made at the Loopy U either while I was out and about, over a month ago. I may have gone in after a particularly hard day when I happened to finish up my work in the area. This is, oh gosh, 2 months ago now. It was right at the beginning of January. Oh my goodness. I perused the whole store, but something kept drawing me back to the Blue Moon wall. So, I got some more yarn that will work for hubby. I got Blue Moon Rising, which is like every shade of blue from a light turquoise all the way to like a navy blue, gray black. Pretty. Those itches, go. I'm not gonna sneeze. I got Farmhouse, which I have had before. I knit my mom a set of Breaking Hearts socks out of this. It's got that gorgeous barn red all the way through. It's almost like a country rainbow because it goes through like a mint green down to a navy blue. It's gorgeous. And I didn't have any left for me. So after I knit her socks, so might knit a pair of socks for me. And then I also picked up Interstellar. These are all socks that rock lightweight, which also means I can steal from them for my blanket. I need more centers. And this has like magenta purple, almost looks like a duochrome on the end there. And there's kind of a green, olive green, and it blends down into more of a different shade of purple that is not it. There we go. Down into like a teal blue gray at the bottom. So add those to the stash because, yeah. And that's everything. That's all I have going on. Let's go back. I'm going to try to remember which posts in the Any Questions thread that I answered. Oh, upcoming events. We are going to, obviously, going to the Estes Sheep and Wool, Estes Park Sheep and Wool Market. That is the first weekend in June. Not the first weekend. It's like the 7th, 8th, 9th, if I remember right. 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's the Thursday, Friday, our classes, and then Saturday, Sunday is the actual market and the show out at the fairgrounds up in Estes Park, Colorado. We're going to take a little staycation and actually stay up in Estes. I need to get my butt on finding us a place to stay. And then I'm going to take a class. First time in years I haven't taken a class. Oh gosh, I don't even know how long it's been. It was the steeking class was the last one that I took, and that was ages ago. But I'm going to take an all-day Friday class with the Clemes brothers that own Clemes and Clemes about drum carting. So I think that'll be fun because I've only kind of dabbled in drum carting. I own a drum carter, but I haven't really used it outside of working on that one fleece, the Millie fleece, which still isn't done. So take that class, see if I can rekindle the passion and get more into it and working on it. I think it'll be fun. It really kind of grabbed me when I looked. So I'm going over to the Any Questions thread. So we'll be up there all weekend. Come and see us. Grab me, grab the kids. I think it was these last two. Okay. So this is from Leaner on Ravelry, who is Eileen in Ohio. This may be a little too personal, but what made you move from Omaha to Colorado? I'm sure it was not to be close to the Loopy U. Also, how many hours are you from your parents now? My daughter and her family are 2 hours away. It seems like too far for me. So, personal choice. I'm not going to go into it too deep because, like you said, it might be a little too personal. There were several reasons why we wanted to move out here. We enjoy the area and just at that point in our lives, we needed to move. we needed to make a change, so we did. How many hours are we from my parents now? So Omaha, we were about 4 hours away. Out here, it's a 2-day drive for them. They could do it in one, but it would be a very long day at their age, so they break it up into 2. They drive halfway across Nebraska, stop for the night, and then come out. Same thing on the way back. They're splitting it up. So it's probably a good 16, 17-hour drive, probably. It's a haul, because, I mean, Nebraska's a wide state, and they have to cover 2/3 of Iowa, too. All of Nebraska and a chunk of Colorado, so it's a ways to go. And if you ask my mom, I'm sure it seems like way too far, especially since we have her only grandchildren. And then Jana A. over on Ravelry, who's from Washington. Jana. I just watched your podcast. Always love it. Thanks for doing it. And saw the possible puppy pick, and I was wondering if she is a Yorkie. I have my Luke and Lorelei, and she's got pictures of her 2 cute little Yorkie puppies. As you've already seen, Jana, yes, Lily is a Yorkie, so she's napping upstairs right now. Otherwise, I'd have her down here and in my lap. But she is turning in. She's up to almost 3 pounds. She is a holy terror. Yeah, her on top of the kids is a bit fraught. We'll put it that way. We'll leave it there. And since we're, this was going to be a short show. I was just going to do everything off the cuff, and 21 minutes. So I'll let you guys go. I'm going to finish drinking my coffee, see what I can do while the kids are still napping. And hopefully everyone's daylight savings time switch went smoothly. I made the really bad choice to have hubby and I start rewatching the Hobbit trilogy last night, because we've never actually made it through the whole thing. We've seen the first one a couple times. We've seen the second one once, and we've never watched the third one, which is awful. My geekery started with Lord of the Rings, in college. So we watched the first movie last night. We're going to watch just part of the second movie tonight and then space the rest of it out. But yeah. So until next week, hopefully, fingers crossed. Happy knitting.